Exercise 5 is the first one that you'll complete in Microsoft Excel. From here on out, you will either be in Excel or Microsoft Access. Now, this first exercise walks you through the process of first creating a chart by hand. You'll download this spreadsheet from WebCT. It's computerinternetuse.xls. This is some data that I pulled from the census of 2004 and had this information prepared for you. What you'll do is you'll take this and you're going to create two charts, or one chart that has two pieces of information in it as explained in page 12 of your workbook. First thing you do is create it by hand. Then you're going to create it in Excel and double check the two of them by each other to make sure that you have the right thing. I'm going to walk you through the process of creating this in Excel. Now, you can go through this process yourself. There's probably only 10 different ways that you can actually create a chart. I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it, just because it works for me this way. And if you've got a better way, then by all means come and show it to me. For starters, what we're looking at here is we're trying to create a chart, and page 12 of the workbook tells you to imagine you're a marketing manager and you've been asked to prepare a document with graphs showing the age groups with the most potential for growth in the internet and computer industry. She recommends that you look at the previous years of census data, and you've got that already. So what you're going to be looking for is percentage of people using the computers or the internet on the y-axis and age groups on the x-axis. Okay, so what you're looking at is going to be the age of the household on the x-axis moving from left to right, and the percentage on the y-axis moving from bottom to top, the percentage of people that use computers or the internet on that axis. Now, if you look at this data, what we're really concerned about here is not the no columns, because we're looking for people that are using it. And really, if you have the yes, then you by default have the no, because if 44.4% of people do use the internet, then by default 55.6% of people do not use the internet in a perfect world, which is what we're going to consider that we're working in now. So it's either black or white, you either yes or a no, so we don't need the no columns. So for me, just for doing this exercise, I'm going to get rid of the no column. I'm going to right click on it and clear contents. So now I've just got the yes to work with. Another thing that I'm going to do to make this a little bit easier to work with in building our chart is I'm going to rename this column here. This will be computer. I'm going to make this other one internet. You'll notice that the age groups are the same for both of them. So having the household age groups down there twice is really a duplicate. So I'm going to delete this so that it's not saying computer internet, because now I've got the computer here and internet there. I'm going to copy the data, yes data, from the internet usage and move it up here to this cell. Now what I've done is I've taken this census data and I haven't changed any of the data. All I've done is I've rearranged it. Okay, so now rather than having two separate charts, I'm going to erase all of this here, and I have combined the data into one chart. Now come on, delete. There we go. Okay, now I've combined the data onto one chart. So what I have is household age. I'm just going to change this to say age here. And then I've got two criteria. I've got whether you use the computer and whether you use the internet. Okay, so now I want to build a chart off of this data, and again all I've done is I've rearranged the data that was presented, but sometimes that's part of what you have to do to get your chart to come out right. I'm going to select the data here, age, computer, and internet. I'm going to come up to insert chart. Now under chart I want a bar chart, so none of these is really what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for cones or circles or anything like that. There we go, there's a bar chart, a vertical bar chart is what I'm looking for. And you see it just automatically creates the chart for you. I'm going to move it up here next to the data so you can get a look at it. So what I have here is the age on the x-axis from left to right, and I have the percentage of people that use the computer or the internet from bottom to top. And so what we've got then is we've got age groups that some of them use computers a lot, some of them don't, some of them use the internet. It's no surprise that these two move along the same path, because if you have a computer, chances are pretty good, especially today, that you're also going to have internet access. Now, what your job is to do a little formatting here. Let's see, according to page 13, you have to have that the legend only has computer and internet, which we've accomplished that. Name one of the series computer and select the S column from the computer table. The second series could be named internet. We've already accomplished a lot of this. Place a chart on the same page. Okay. Open Microsoft Word and paste the chart into a Word document. Write a short paragraph explaining what information the chart displays and discuss the age groups with the most potential for growth in computer and internet use. So now I'm going to right click on the chart and I'm going to choose copy. Now I'm using a Mac, so mine looks a little bit different, but it's still basically the same thing. You're going to copy it and then open a Word document and paste it. There we go. Now I have my chart in a Word document, and here I can type my, let's see, what does the workbook say? Write a short paragraph. Explaining what the chart displays and the age group with most potential for growth. Now you've got to look at that and decide for yourself, and that will be part of your grade. You have to look at this information, analyze it, and think about it and say, okay, based on what I'm looking at here, this is the group that I think we need to target because it has the most potential for growth. Okay? Don't take any outside factors into consideration. Only consider what we're looking at here on this chart. Don't say, well, I think this or I think that. Only consider what is on this chart. Once you get finished with this much of your exercise, you get your chart completed, you have your paragraph typed. What you'll need to do at that point is take a screenshot of your Word document with your paragraph. Make sure that you can see the paragraph. Okay? Make sure that in your screenshot the chart and the paragraph are visible. Also put your name on it and 917 number, and then submit that in WebCT. If you have any questions, get in touch with me, your professor, or visit with our grad assistants.